My administration has accomplished more than almost any administration in the history of our country. America's so true. Didn't expect that reaction, but that's okay.
If anyone could put all this nonsense in perspective.
The thing that sets the Americans apart from the rest of the cultures in the world is we're so stupid. This country's been around for a couple of hundred years and we think we're high, and we don't even realize that other countries have thousands of years of history and culture, and they're proud of it. And when we deal on an international level, you know, with foreign policy and stuff like that, and we try and go in as, you know, a big American strong country and all that stuff, they must laugh up their sleeves at us because we are nothing. We are culturally nothing. We mean nothing. We're only interested in the bottom line.
It's the late Frank Zappa.
Really? What is the government's role? You've told me several times what it shouldn't do.
How about national defense?
Yeah, I consider this national defense, pal. Our families are under attack from people like you with these lyrics.
Could I make a statement about national defense?
Yeah.
The biggest threat to America today is not communism. It's moving America toward a fascist theocracy. And everything that's happened during the Reagan administration is steering us right down that pipe.
And his words ring true more than ever.
And you know why I wanted to be a dictator? Because I want a wall, right? I want a wall, and I want to drill, drill, drill.
I have this horrible fear that the United States could wend its way toward being a fascist theocracy, the cross converted into a symbol of fascism in the service of politics. This is bad.
You think that's why
it's lurking.
doing
My second favorite book of all time. What's my first favorite book? The Bible.
He warned us of folks like this.
Whenever Ronald Reagan is speaking on television, turn it on and turn the sound down and put your child in front of the set and point to him and say, if he asks you to get into a car, offers you candy, or tells you to go to fight in Nicaragua, tell him no.
Facts are stupid things.
And called it when this guy was around.
The arrow that has been shot against the president, against your plan, right now, we cause it to ricochet and go back to sender right now. High-level demonic networks, let them be broken, let them be torn down in the name of Jesus.
And when it comes to the religious right,
The way I look at it, I think the church is about 200 and some years in arrears in their taxes. They should have been taxing the church all along, because when an organization, which basically is a business, as all these churches and cults and everything are in the United States, they set themselves up and they take money from people, promising them some sort of mental relief or a piece of heaven or whatever the deal is that they're offering, but basically they're taking money from people. And although they promise to send it overseas to have these little missions that they're going to save heathens from themselves and so forth, what they do is they buy real estate. They buy vast quantities of real estate, and they don't pay any taxes on it. And they've got all this stuff that should be taxed. And I'm mad about that.
Zappa saw through it as well, including something this network has rung the bell on for decades: money in politics.
America is such a crazy place. I mean, it's when you consider that you can elect a person like Richard Nixon just by running the proper type of television advertising campaign. It's possible that a person with an equal amount of money for the same size campaign, he spent $22 million to convince a bunch of people to vote for him, that he was a good bet for the presidency. Anybody else with $22 million and the right kind of PR firm could do the same thing.
We have to look at the internet because a lot of bad things are happening to young kids and young minds, and their minds are being formed. And we have to do something about maybe what they're seeing and how they're seeing it, and also video games.
He also warned of the tactics politicians use to distract us from their own atrocities.
When you see a young girl, as you saw a moment ago, who was standing, I guess, in a video rental store saying, I like the blood, what's your reaction to that?
Well, I think that the issue here may be desensitization rather than the content, because I think that there are a lot of things that people can see on television or in the movies that desensitize you. But the most desensitizing thing in the United States today is the Iran-Contra hearings, because that is desensitizing us to honesty, to the Constitution itself. That is an issue. This is nothing.
One thing I can promise you this: I will always tell you the truth.
And Zappa, far ahead of his time, dared to say what many would not in the public sphere.
I would say, and without batting an eye, that the rule today is dishonesty is the rule and honesty is the exception.
See, I would hate to believe that.
You can hate to believe it, but if you don't believe it, you're a fool.
I don't think that's the norm, though. I mean,
if you're talking strictly about quantity of people being honest versus quantity of people being dishonest, maybe you could come up with a statistic balance that would show that maybe 51 or 52% of the people are honest and 48 are shady. But the few that really control things are not honest, and they count for more votes than the extra ones who might be honest. I don't think we have an honest president. I don't think that he is surrounded by honest people. I don't think that most of the people in Congress or in the Senate are honest. I don't believe that they are honest people.
And why do you say that? What makes you believe that?
I think the proof of that is the way the country operates. And I don't think that most of the people who head up businesses are honest.
See, I would hate to feel that negative. I mean, I realize that unless you open your eyes to a situation as it really is, you can't do anything about changing it. But I would hate to be that negative, that pessimistic about the shape of this country and the shape of the people in this country.
You would hate to be that negative and be right. If you could be that negative and somebody would suddenly just come up with all the proof and say, it's really okay, you're just a negative kind of a person. You know, that would be like a cute little dream for a minute there. But I believe that I'm right. I believe they are dishonest. I believe we have allowed them to be the way that they are. We have voted them in. We got them in there, and we're letting them do it because we're not honest enough to face up to the fact that we are owned and operated by a bunch of really bad people.
JD is kissing my ass. He wants my support.
If you are a member of the Republican Party in the United States, the treatment resembles very much what happens in the Soviet Union if you are a Communist Party member. Certain things will not happen to you. Certain things can be done for you.
Oh, Mr. Zappa, you're not really serious if you're saying we're going toward a fascist theocracy.
That's right, we are.
What if you can create your own website